Hi, it's Jana, uh, and it's VEDA 2016. Video every day in April, and today is day 13 question. I'm a little behind, I know. Have you visited another country? Yes, I did. I visited uh, Korea, South Korea. In 1988, I um, I was in sports when I was in school and stuff, and I made the national U.S. team for the Paralympics that were in October 1988 in Seoul, Korea. And the flight itself, that was interesting. We left here, Eastern Time Zone, 7 a.m. and arrived in Korea and that was on a Monday when we left, 7 a.m. We landed in Korea at like 3 a.m. on a Wednesday. A long trip. Especially with those really small airplane toilets. It's hard enough to get one person into them, let alone more than one person, if you need any assistance. But anyhow, we got there. And it was dark because it was late, but it was so pretty even in the dark. And we stayed in the Olympic Village. The able-bodied Olympics had been a couple months before. And when they built them, they built the fire escape. So instead of it being steps, it was a ramp. So that's really cool because it was so much quicker than the elevator in those buildings, considering all the people that needed to use the elevators in the building. So those of us who had power chairs or, you know, racing chairs or just really fast walkers tended to take the ramps up and down instead of the elevator because it was quicker. We were treated so differently, nicely. I mean, it was just blew my mind. One fact: if you ever go out to eat in an Asian country, one of the things that we were told before we even left is do not tip because they consider it an insult. Here in the States, it is viewed as, a little extra for a server who has provided good meal service. Well, in Korea and other similar cultures, they consider it an insult if you try to give them a tip. If you try to give them money, then in their eyes, you're telling them that their cooking is really bad and that they need the money in order to survive. So that's why you don't tip in South Korea. And I'm guessing some of the other surrounding countries. They do have, in the center of town, they have an area where they have a lot of street vendors on the sidewalks. And you can barter for things. Anything almost. That picture there on the wall that is behind me, I got that in Korea. And they originally wanted $75 for it. And I got it for $35. So, there were cool stuff like that. Opening, we never had the amount of people at events that I saw in Korea, when I was in Korea. They let the kids out half day. Opening ceremonies, we were down on all the teams, 63 countries, if memory serves. And we were all on the green in the center of the stadium. The stadium was packed. And I mean like 80,000 people packed. We couldn't believe it. And then the whole time we were there, we'd go off to lunch, for example, to bring things back, burger, whatever. An hour later, we'd come back. They'd be like, "What kept you?" Here's what kept us. We got stopped by a mob of kids who wanted our autographs. And who could say no to something like that? It's just, especially if it's never happened to you before. It's cool, to think that, maybe they had, you know. And I signed up my foot, so that got them chattering and giggling between each other even more. But it was really cool. Like I said, well, I also have a piece of money here, just an example. It's called a won. W-O-N is how it's spelled, but it's pronounced won. And I have a piece that I saved, or that I didn't spend, I guess. That's my other show and tell item for this video. And I checked the conversion rate. I knew I was close, because back in '88 it was around $1, I believe. Now 1,000 won, I just checked it today, that translates to 87 cents in US currency. Yes, 1,000 won is 87 cents. Okay, I went a little over, but like I said, I had a lot to say about this. But I don't want to go too far over, so I will save the rest of it for part 2 about my visit to Korea. And I will have more props to show you then. So, I will see you next time. If you have any questions, please ask. If you want to know where to find me, my contacts are all below as well, where you can follow me. But I'll see you tomorrow with another question. Bye.